You're watching PTV.
When the tree needs decking out,
we use the card that carries clout. When my Christmas cash starts running out, I don't panic because I've got clout.
When the Yuletide spirit gets to me, I use my CLOUT, Master Charge.
the #1 card in the world.
When you carry Master Charge, you carry clout.
Merry Christmas.
PTV Live Holiday Edition is brought to you by our patrons. Kristin Kohs at the Sanctuary in Pleasant Hill, California. Gene G. Jr. Christi Turner. On the Porch with Todd and Ken. Matt and Tyler. Bay Area Doors. Chili Willy's Smokehouse Barbecue. Let's Celebrate TV. And The Orlando Guy.
You're watching PTV Live Holiday Edition. Starring Arnie De Herrera, Doug Silva, Ben De Herrera, and Sherry Ketzel. Featuring all your favorite Christmas crafts with Sherry, holiday drink recipes, and holiday home decorating tips from the boys, holiday shopping, and so much more. It's time now for PTV Live.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to PTV Live Holiday Edition. I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug.
I'm Ben.
I'm Sherry.
Wow, what a week. It was just crazy busy around here. Mm-hmm. We're busy just doing fine detail and cleaning and so forth. With the holidays approaching, we are going to start expecting people coming in, and we want to make sure everything is just right.
We have people who want to see the stuff.
Yeah, the forest is ready, and
going.
Shall we go ahead and say something about it?
Are we going to do it? Okay. Okay, so not yesterday, but a week ago, during coffee time and game time, in the morning, we had a little discussion. And, well, one decoration ended up turning a tree. We now have 50 trees in the house.
What?
Mm-hmm. 50.
We now have officially
have 50 trees.
We officially hit 50.
And we were gonna.
What?
Well, I wanted a tree in the bathroom, and we had an extra tree in the garage.
Hold on. Clarify bathroom.
The master bath, the big ensuite. The owner's bathroom, or whatever they call it.
We had a tree in the Oasis.
Right. We already had one, but we didn't have a light up one with ornaments, and that would make us happy.
Hold on. We're getting some sound issues here. Paul says that it's echoing on mine and Sherry's side.
You guys might have an echoing problem. We were talking about that too, because might have to upgrade.
Hold on. Let me see something here. Okay. Did that correct that?
Well, I hope so. Because I'm not hearing the echo on our end.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul, is that better?
Okay.
You put one in the master bath.
We put one in, and we took miniatures off of the 2 miniatures tree and lightened the load and put them on the master bath. We had a tree skirt and a star. So that...
Hold on. I don't know what's going on here, but try that.
I'm so sorry, everyone. I had a setting on my setting here. I hope that cleared it up. I used echo cancellation as a setting on Ecamm Live. It had unchecked itself. No.
But what?
No, still echoing. Ben and Sherry echo, but Doug and Arnie do not.
Okay, I just said it. So
click out of that.
Nope.
Let us go out and come back in.
Okay. So let's explain what happened.
Yeah, we'll do this. So I wanted a light up bathroom. I wanted a tree in the main bathroom. And we had a little Charlie Brown tree in it. The little one with the red ornament, and that's all we had in there. But it just, when you have 4 giant or 4 really big trees in the master bedroom, you kind of don't see anything. It needed to glow in that room. So we put a tree in there, and we were told by other people, and then we even caught ourselves saying it. Our copper tree is really a tree. It lights up. It has everything. It has a topper. So we considered that a tree. That was
Okay,
47.
so is it better now? I'm hearing
people
that
are
it
saying
is
it's
better.
better now.
Okay,
And
so here's the deal. I caught the extra one in the master bath, and the copper pot tree is now classified as a tree. So that takes it to 48.
Yes. And then outside, when we were going to start decorating the outside because we were going to put a tree outside in the porch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is like one tree floating in our porch in the front of the house. Is everybody saying it's better?
Yes,
Yeah,
okay, it's better.
Everyone is saying it's better.
So I used, I'm like, it needs more.
So we have 2 trees on the porch.
We have 2 trees in the porch.
And okay, but that it doesn't stop there. The reason why we started doing that was because Doug has fantasies of
I can't get it done this year.
We can't get it done this year, but next year the plan is
the front porch is going to be.
We're going to recreate the Christmas tree lot from a Charlie Brown Christmas.
I'm doing plywood cutouts that are pink that have a pattern on it. We're going to have probably 2 or 3 different weird looking trees. We're going to put, like I said, a bunch of cardboard cutouts. See, now it's echoing. I don't know what's wrong. You guys have your phones on?
No.
No, that won't cause it. Anyway.
Okay.
So we've got 2 trees.
So we're going to create like a mini micro little tree lot paying homage to the Charlie Brown Christmas. We're going to even try to make a little bit bigger of a Charlie Brown tree. So when you go into our porch, it's going to look like a little tree lot. And we're going to do it for the 60th anniversary next year of Charlie Brown Christmas. Because it came out in 1965. So I don't have time to get plywood, to cut it, to paint it. So this all happened in a week.
Mr. Sunshine, please, is now saying, does PTV now stand for Porch Tree Villa?
Porch Tree Villa.
Can we get some more sunshine, please?
So if you look out, you have 2 trees that are in the porch that look really cool. They even have tree toppers on them. And they're not going anywhere.
Okay, so we're going to have to carefully study the broad scene of when Charlie Brown and Linus are standing there in front of the Charlie Brown tree.
Mm-hmm. And I might put like a string of C7s or C9s that are just all white to make it mimic a tree lot light. But our porch is going to be a little tree lot of the Charlie Brown Christmas.
You guys are crazy.
So 2 trees are out there. So that is now officially 50. I mean, it is. So we were literally like yesterday still decorating Christmas trees.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's great. So we wanted to announce to everybody we officially have real trees, 50 trees. One's on avant-garde. It's a modern one.
By the way, if you were watching a couple of weeks ago, there was a moment where people saw that on the backside of the bookcase, behind Doug.
I know. I was moving.
Doug and moving books, and our villager Matt and Tyler noticed it and sent me a message about it. And I forgot to mention it last week, but here it is. Yeah, for a while it was hashtag TPV. So, but now it's fixed. Obviously
for Toilet Paper Villa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it could be anything you ever wanted to call it with TP.
Well, let's go ahead and check. Let's move.
But we also want to do one other thing. Tonight was supposed to be Nick Humphreys. The interview with Nick Humphreys. And you guys are probably, why? Where's Nick Humphreys? And the thumbnail's not right. Well, he was doing a Home Alone dash to the airport. Like, frantic, calling us at the airport. Saying he had to rush to Los Angeles to have a director's meeting. So
it's actually a director's meeting with not just him, but also other television filmmakers of British Columbia descent.
Yeah, it's a Canadian thing. So the Canada needed to go to LA and to do some directing kind of thing. He was at the airport.
It's a wonderful networking opportunity for him. It looks like it's going to turn into some more jobs for him. So it's a great thing. Congratulations, Nick. But we look forward to seeing
If you were,
we can have another.
if you were not 2,000 miles away, Paul, I would love to have you help with the Charlie Brown cutouts. At Knott's Berry Farm, we went at Christmas time, and they did have wooden cutouts in the Charlie Brown Snoopy area, Camp Snoopy.
So,
and I have pictures of that.
Okay, so Daniela is asking, please share some night shots of the illuminated forest. Must look like a fairy tale after sunset. That is coming. We will be having more video coming. I'm actually going to do shorts of every tree or group of trees. So those are coming.
But we also want to say that we finally pushed the limit of the living room. We popped a fuse, or we hit a circuit breaker. Ben was here, so we wanted to also announce that we're at capacity in the living room. All of the lights were on. All of a sudden, I hear a click.
But we'll figure it out.
Half of the room went away, but we fixed it.
We fixed it. Not all lights can be on at once, but still, we'll be able to show. Anyway, let's check out where Chatty is. Okay, so Chatty is now hanging out on the reclassified tree. It's the copper pot tree.
We've always called it a copper pot, and then someone said, why are you not calling it a tree? Ben accidentally counted it as a tree, and I caught myself keep on calling it a tree. So it's a tree. A little avant-garde, but it's still a tree. Takes a long time to decorate.
Paul says you need your own substation.
Oh, no, we're like, when you turn on some rooms, it's kind of like Christmas Vacation. But I checked our PG&E bill, our energy bill, and so far we have not gone to the next tier. But luckily... So I don't think our power bill is going to be that high this month.
So we're doing pretty good. Okay, so I am ready to mix a cocktail, actually. So let's go ahead and start with that. Doug is fetching ice. We want to make sure that we always have ice that's not melted when we start working on the drink. Tonight, I'm making a ginger snap. It's a good holiday. With Thanksgiving coming, this ginger snap is going to be a good option for a cocktail. And I'm looking forward to it because this is a bottle of your liqueur, which is very rare.
Very rare.
It's a Canton ginger liqueur. Came from our friend who
can't get it here in the U.S. anymore.
Our friend Mary Margaret, who passed away, had this on her.
I inherited her liquor cabinet.
On her bar. So we got this from her. So I'm going to go ahead and mix a cocktail and get the cocktail cam going. Okay. So
that's
let me get
really
let me get some ice in the shaker. Okay. And then get some ice in the glass. Yeah, there we go. All right. Now, I'm going to put in the lemon juice since I've already got that squeezed and just put that in the tin. All right. Then I'm going to start also. The next thing I'm going to do is a
tub of vodka.
Yeah, our vodka. It's just a basic vodka from Kirkland signature, courtesy of Costco. It's not bad.
God bless Costco. I love it so much.
So this is going to be 1.5 ounces of vodka. Put that in the tin as well.
So Nick Humphreys, if he's watching, well, we're going to re-interview him. But it was so nice.
And then I'm going to use some of this wonderful ginger liqueur. This is 1 ounce.
Ooh, it's going to be very spicy.
Yes, it is. All right. Here we go. And the cork.
Oh God, this stuff smells amazing.
What kind of liqueur is it?
It's Canton
ginger
liqueur. You can only get it in Asia. When I checked.
Now it calls for a 1/4 teaspoon of agave syrup, but I'm just going to put a little drop in.
Yeah, just give it some love.
There we go.
That was probably not quite.
Anyway,
this is clean, right?
Yes, it is.
You
And then it also calls.
All I want is lime.
It calls also for some spices. So I got some ground spices here: cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves. I'll just put that there in the tin. That's that. And let me shake it up. Okay. Oh, wow, that came off nice. All right. I'm going to strain this into a glass with ice. And this is ready to go. It's a ginger snap.
It looks like coconut.
It looks creamy, but it isn't.
It looks pretty good, actually.
I'll let you try first.
Okay.
I didn't want to make two.
All right. So, yeah, let me give this one a try and see how it goes. Oh, that's got a bite.
Is it weird?
No, it's not.
Try it.
No, it's not weird. It's an interesting... That's an interesting one. You get the hit of the spices as well. I get the cinnamon and the nutmeg and ginger. Well, we've got we have those in. We've got the cocktail in hand now. Let's go ahead and get to doing.
It's just skosh more
of what?
Sugar. The agave.
Okay.
Just a skosh because it's like very lemony. It's like a lemon drop.
Richard, sharing a glass.
Ugh.
So Doug just put a little bit more of...
Do you have a little straw? I don't want to use my finger.
No, I don't, but... No, I don't have anything. We'll figure it out.
I mean,
let's review some films.
Hallmark time. I know what the problem was.
Yeah. It's the agave. It needed more agave.
It needed more of the agave just to skosh and...
just to counterbalance the lemon.
Unfortunately, our lemon...
So, Christmas with the Stings. Friday night's film on the Hallmark Channel. For Asha Singh, Christmas is the most important time of the year, but when she's stuck working at the hospital during the holidays, she wishes for some much-needed Christmas magic. Enter Jake O'Brien, her former high school classmate who unexpectedly reappears in her life because of an ER visit at the hospital. They end up going out for drinks afterward, magic for the next year. They love reconnecting, and then their first Christmas as an engaged couple isn't exactly the fairy tale they imagined. Ben, what is your problem with this movie?
Tell me how you really feel.
The acting was horrible. The script was terrible. The direction was terrible. The whole concept could have really worked well if the writer had done a better job of putting the story together. It was just a terrible film. And the father of the girl was just extremely mean and overly overbearing through the entire film. It was not an enjoyable watch at all.
He was unusually cruel for a Hallmark character.
That he was giving off to the was getting so uncomfortable for me because I don't like bullying. And he was a bully.
Yeah.
And so he was horrible. And it was the narcissism, which I hate.
We have too much bullying in the real world to begin with. We don't need it in a Christmas movie.
Right. And it just, it was Christmassy, but done very negative, very self-centered, all about me. It's my traditions, no give or take. Yeah. I loved it, the hissing at the end. That was kind of cool, where they told the father, slap.
That was the tipping point where Jake finally stood up for his family and said,
grew a pair. Yeah, it was just bad.
He finally stood up for his family when her father was actually attacking them as well.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, this is completely inappropriate. And then finally he realized, he had that aha moment where he realized, oh, I really did overreact. But that it was,
it just wasn't going.
It was too late for that.
Once the father came into the picture, that was like an hour long of that crap of the father being and everybody and it's all my traditions. So it got old real quick.
We've already spent too much time talking about this movie. Let's rate it and move on.
Well, I wanted to hear what Sherry said.
I'm not as harsh with it as Doug and Ben were. I didn't care for it that much. I gave it a 3, and the only reason I gave it a 3 was because I did enjoy the Christmas portion of it, and I did enjoy the fact that they were sharing different cultures.
Yes. Yeah. I gave it a 3 also for that.
Yeah.
It was a super Christmas movie. I loved the cultural aspect of it. And I love some of it.
The food, the traditions.
The food.
But they could have softened the dad a little bit.
They did need to do that.
But I do know that in that culture, they're a lot like that, especially if they bring home somebody that is not of the same culture.
So Paul, our Hallmark savant, gave it 2.5 Ben burritos, just average Hallmark movie, nothing great. And Daniela of Hit or Miss Hallmark says the kiss meter was off the charts. Yes, it was.
Yes.
There was lots of kissing.
Well,
they had already been together as a couple for a year at that point.
Yes.
I mean, they were already smacking each other before the first sneak peek break. I mean, it was they were picking up a lot along, so they were already going at it. But it was okay. Don't watch it. It's not worth your time.
What did you guys score it?
3.
3.
I gave it a 1.
All right. Now, Ben, to ease your pain, let's move on. Saturday night, Jingle Bell Run. Avery is a school teacher whose sister secretly signs her up for the Great Holiday Dash, where she's paired with former hockey player Wes. Holiday Dash is very similar to The Amazing Race, but it sticks just to the United States rather than the entire world. And it operates the same way. Okay. Despite clashing at first, Avery's puzzle-solving skills and Wes's physical prowess help them excel as they travel from city to city and compete in festive feats that have a local flavor. It's not long before a real connection between these opposites begins to blossom. Now, I'm a big
these synopses.
Oh, this is so stupid.
I don't know, but I am a big fan of both Andrew and Ashley. I really do enjoy most of the films that either of them is in. I think this is the first time we've seen them together.
I think so.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed their chemistry. Their disdain for each other in the beginning was palpable and realistic.
Yeah.
Well, hey, for someone who has been in the gym many times, if someone is moving to equipment that you have your eye on and they just happen to snake it right before you arrive, that's very irritating. And I can understand his point of view with that attitude. It's like, I would have been on her like that as well.
I personally think she was a little clueless about it. She probably didn't even see him.
No.
Yeah, well, that doesn't excuse. You have to look around.
But I did like their
little banter, their chemistry, the story. I loved it. I'm a 10.
Yeah.
I gave it a 7.
Yeah,
I gave it a 10.
I gave it a 7. It had some weak points to it.
Yeah.
The writing wasn't as completely solid as it should have been. And being that it is one of those tentpole films with Ashley Williams and Andrew Walker, it should have been better. I gave it a 7.
That's how I felt.
Mainly because I enjoyed their chemistry and it was a fun watch, but it wasn't a perfect movie.
For me, I got caught up in it simply because I'm a fan of The Amazing Race.
I'm a fan of them. I'm a fan of all the stories. I was connected. I didn't find any flaws in the movie. I was smiling the whole time.
Mar says, wait, her sister signs her up? Why did she agree to do it? She agreed to do it for the kids that she was teaching, her class, and then she was going to, if she won the contest, she was going to take that money and start an after-school reading program, fully funded. So that...
Love this
That
movie.
was why she did it.
We'll watch it again.
Yeah, I'll watch that one again.
I would watch it again, but I
would have it on in the background, but it's not one of my go-to films.
I didn't think it was a 10 worthy for me.
No.
I mean, Ben got a 10 last week, when I was like, we all have it. Just
we have our thresholds.
Okay.
Yes.
Ben, the Orlando guy, said the film was lacking in writing. He gave it 2.5 Orlandos. And Paul,
we agree.
Our Hallmark savant, said 3 Ben burritos. I've seen her do much better.
Yeah.
All right, Sunday night. This was last night's film, Confessions of a Christmas Letter. Seti Rose, a quirky family matriarch, enters her town's annual holiday letter writing contest but needs help. So she hires struggling novelist Juan to craft the perfect letter. When a mix-up leads to the rumor that Juan is engaged to Seti's daughter Lily, the whole family scrambles to keep up the charade. I'll say charade.
Yeah, because that's how it was said.
As Juan bonds with the Roses and overcomes his writer's block, Seti learns that embracing her imperfect family is what truly makes her story special. I liked the opening scene with the 2 actors that were there formerly of The Office. Angela Kinsey played the character Angela in The Office, and for me, she had some wonderful moments on that show.
It was definitely Office characters.
And then...
Well, Office actors, the characters were much different than what they did on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Absolutely. Save Bandit!
He's referring to a cat.
It's a whole, you have to watch The Office. I'm not a huge fan of The Office, but I watched it. It was popular back in the time in the odd decades.
Anyway, so Sherry, what did you think of this one?
At first, I didn't enjoy it. I had a hard time getting into it. It was very, very annoying to me. And I thought at first, when I first started watching it, oh, this is going to be awful. Well, I ended up giving it a 5 because it did develop into a fun movie. But it wasn't anything special. The mom annoyed the crap out of me.
Oh, no, Sue, I wanted to deck her. I mean, I would have shot her.
The neighbor?
Yeah, why did she have carte blanche to just go into everybody's house? And again, bullying. I'm tired of the bullying.
Is anyone familiar with the show Everybody Loves Raymond? Because the actress that played the neighbor acted like a really overbearing den mother that does a few episodes of Everybody Loves Raymond and is a bully as well. And she just reminded me of her so much that it kind of gave me PTSD over those episodes.
But she did add to the movie, because I think without that character being as nasty as she was, it would have never survived in my book.
Well,
I'll tell you. I always keep the front door locked. No one gets carte blanche to just walk in.
You have to
even when we know people are coming over, they ring the doorbell or knock before entering the home. So
yeah,
absolutely. No one would have Sue's access like that with me.
I didn't know.
Hallmark needs to fund our wine habit. It said he's so hard to watch lately.
I hated the onesies because that's all they basically wore. It was like every night.
Actually, it was every morning.
Every morning, and it was like there was a lot of characters, but they were kind of mentally mingling with each other to help with the story, but there was still a lot of characters. I hated it at the beginning, but I had to watch it at the end. It got a little better.
I agree with Daniela. This one was a bit odd and disjointed. I refer to the film as quirky.
Yeah, it was very quirky.
It kind of the quirky almost of what was it? Haul Out the Holly.
That was way better than this.
I know, but that kind of quirky.
Yeah, it's the competition. Everything's competitive. I'm a natural.
Overall, I gave the movie a 5.
That's what I gave it.
And
I gave it
that's
5.
because I didn't completely hate it, but there were a lot of issues at the very beginning of the film that I think it just took them too long to get to the point of the movie.
See, that's why I originally thought I was going to be giving it a 2, because it took forever to get going.
But yeah, it was like she says, it took me a bit to understand what was going on. It did. It took a while to understand what was happening. Yeah. I had the same feeling. I gave it a 5. But what I really liked was how they leaned into the character of Juan coming from Puerto Rico. So yeah, I really appreciated that.
He was kind of funny with his little like innuendos and his family, and he wasn't talking to his family in there, so they all thought he was kidnapped. The whole misery thing from Stephen King. CYNTHIA.
Close to tail.
Guess what? We have 50 Christmas trees. Watch the beginning of the show. It happened. Surprise!
So anyway, our countdown list right now, we have it there. Our average is 6.2.
From all four of us?
From all 4 of us, from all the movies that we have been watching, that's our average
score. That's about right.
For the Eichenlaub Ben Burrito average, that is actually at 2.7 or an equivalent of 5.4. We're starting to get closer together on our average. So, yeah, you know, who knows? Maybe we will even it out. But,
well, we've only seen half the movies so far.
Yes.
Are we done? What is next week?
And then some, so. Because I've been watching the other channel too, so.
Yeah.
Christmas on Call, The Three Weathermen and the Bailey. Oh, that's the thing. A boy.
And To Have and To Holiday is next week.
Oh.
That's the next weekend.
That's next
week.
We'll
go ahead and take a look at those pretty soon. And,
thank you. You're too kind.
I was triggered by Doug. A $2 super chat from Cynthia. Candy Mom.
It's like Pavlov's dog.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Funny.
Okay. By the way, we have a new sponsor for the trees. Let's Celebrate TV. We will be talking about them a little bit after the next break. But let's get that break taken care of. We have a little cleanup here to do. You're watching PTV Live Holiday Edition. We'll be right back.
Butterball presents
The Spirits of the First Turkey Lovers.
She planneth her Christmas feast.
She listeth ham.
I'll fix that.
Turkey. Who wrote turkey on my list?
Turkey? We're having a
great idea.
This year, please your family with a juicy Christmas Butterball.
Turkey!
Honey, let's have turkey every Christmas. My idea exactly.
Thou art truly a ghostwriter.
Your special Christmas, a plump, juicy Butterball from Swift.
And now, another decorating tip from Pepper Tree Villa. You've decided to put greens above your cabinet in your kitchen. And now they're in place. If you find yourself staring at a blank canvas once you have your greens up, try this simple trick. Try laying out your ornaments in order on a table prior to putting them on the greens. This simple step makes it much easier to put your ornaments on the greens without having to think while you're standing on a ladder or on the counter. The ornaments go up very quickly if you plan ahead. And that's another decorating tip from Pepper Tree Villa.
You're watching PTV.
Okay, we're back. Oh my goodness.
The mess is cleaned.
Yeah, that was no gym tomorrow.
That is correct.
That is correct. No gym tomorrow. I did not get the support commercial finished today. So sorry. I usually do that before the show, but it was just so busy around here.
Well, I was recognizing that because Fox Hollow did a video on croissants that I still haven't watched, but I want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not going to be going live tomorrow, or just no thumbnail?
Jim is not going live tomorrow.
No.
Oh, okay. So there's literally no thumbnail because he's not going live.
Exactly.
And let's go to the park. Benji is showing us Christmas arriving at SeaWorld in San Diego.
Yeah.
So I want to see that as well.
Yeah. So, but we will move on.
Really, we must move on.
Yeah, we'll move on. Here, let's check this out.
What's new at Trader Joe's?
Okay. Usually we have something new to eat or sample from Trader Joe's. This time it's a little different. This time there is a new item at Trader Joe's. It is a felt Christmas wreath.
Wool.
Felted wool wreath. $16.99 plus tax. I didn't pick it up for myself because we already have so much Christmas decor. So we didn't
Aren't
pick
they
this up.
popular? Like they can't keep those in stock?
They're very popular though.
Really good price
Yeah.
for a felted wool.
Yeah.
It is.
Felted wool.
Yeah, exactly.
Parent teachers
But that's it. That's the felted wool wreath that they have at Trader Joe's. It is a new item. And our friend in
It's
New
beautiful,
Jersey,
but not for us.
our friend in New Jersey, Matt of Matt and Tyler, says also that they have mystery bags in stock. They're $2.98 for 3 bags. So
I don't get up early, and plus we don't have a Trader Joe's by us. That's not going to happen.
You don't need to be up early for those.
Not for the
Those are the
mystery
shopping
bags.
bags, not totes.
They just have them out?
Yeah, those. No, they have them in
the store.
envelopes, and they're just up on with the other bags that they sell, and you can get an envelope with 3 bags in it for $2.98. You just bags you're getting.
So, by the way, Benji says that Christmas at SeaWorld is always good, but they stepped it up this year. So, we'll have to
Looking
check it
forward
out
to that.
sometime.
I'll watch it later I'll watch it this evening.
Yes. Now, like I said, I mentioned that we have a new sponsor for the Christmas Forest, and our latest sponsor is Let's Celebrate TV.
They got the crystal tree.
They are sponsoring the crystal tree.
Oh, how nice!
Yes.
So someone snatched that up.
Yeah.
So we still have how many more to go that they could sponsor?
Many trees. So
Yeah.
Now,
No one did
I
the
know
train tree.
you guys do the regular green round ornament for that. Is there a way that you're going to be doing one on a clear disc for the crystal tree?
I don't know.
We've been thinking about that, and
We don't know.
We might do it that way with some Cricut vinyl. So we're still deciding on that one. So we'll
But
check
they're
it
going
out.
to get a normal
But
one?
They will get a normal one.
I don't know about us.
Yeah.
We might go normal. We might put like a plaque off to the side. Not that we don't want it on the tree, but you'll understand if you saw the tree.
Yeah. But I also wanted to mention, we watched their show yesterday. They did a great show on their channel all about Thanksgiving desserts. And they mentioned that on their website and their show, they're going to be doing a virtual cookie swap. And I encourage people anyone here in the village, go check them out. And get involved with the virtual cookie swap.
It'll be fun.
It's going to
I
be
think-
fun. You either send pictures or you can send a copy of the recipe. They're going to explain the whole thing. Just watch their show and they will explain everything. I know that I want to be involved with that. But on top of the cookie swap that they're doing, we are doing a virtual Christmas forest. What do I mean by that? I want to see your trees. As you decorate your Christmas trees, I would love to see pictures of what you have for your tree in your home. So yeah, absolutely, guys.
Ben, you got your hands up. You got a question?
Yeah, I actually want to say that. I was talking to a coworker of mine who works remotely from Texas, and she and her husband are going to be doing their own type of Santa thing in their front yard. And I said, please get video of that so we can share it with all of our villagers, because what she's doing is setting up letters to the North Pole mailbox in her front yard. And neighbors are already putting their kids' letters in that, responding on Santa's behalf. Her husband is going to dress up as Santa on a designated night. They're going to have a photo opportunity. I mean,
That sounds like fun.
Yes, exactly. So that's the type of thing that we would love to feature on our show.
Yeah, so if you would like to participate with our virtual Christmas forest, send us pictures. You can either DM us at Instagram or Facebook, or you can send us an email right there that you see on screen, peppertreevilla@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing what you have for celebrating in your forest, or maybe single tree. But it'll be part of a virtual forest. I look forward to that. All right.
And we're still collecting a sponsor.
Yes, sponsors
still a going.
Sponsorship of possible opportunities are still there. So just contact us. You can reach out to us directly about that.
Yeah, we got to go to Ace to get the electrical now for the front porch. We have no more electrical. It's just like, oh, great, we're doing this.
Yeah. All right. So let's try this.
That was a little chunky.
Okay. So, Ben, Sherry, you told me that you got something in the mail.
Well, I got something, but I didn't get it in the mail. Did you get anything in the mail, Ben?
No.
Okay. I got in my travels over the weekend, not this weekend, but the weekend before and this last weekend, I got a couple of things. One was a new Starbucks mug for my tree.
Is that like a keychain ornament kind of thing or what?
Yeah, it is.
Very cool.
Yeah, and evidently, and then I got another one yesterday that's still in my backpack. It's looks more crystally. But this one has swirls on it, and the other one has there's another red one that has just like that has spiral stripes. That the other one has vertical stripes on it.
Okay.
So I got that, and then like I say, I got the crystally looking one yesterday at Walmart. I mean at Target. And then I got these.
Excuse me.
We need that for our decoration. We need to go find them.
You can't find them at the store. I checked all the local stores. I had to order them online, so you guys have one coming your way.
Oh,
but what they are little gift boxes. They're like 5x7 gift boxes.
I love Target so much.
My goodness.
So I'll put a couple of things in these for some of my kids and just put a ribbon on it. And I thought they were adorable.
You know what? It's all about branding. You slap a logo on something and charge it. People are like, ah!
Well, my episode this coming Thursday on Life with Ben is all about Target branded toys and the latest round of blind grabs that I picked up at Target.
Oh, that's
So
wonderful.
Do they have a
that'll
big plushy bullseye the dog? Because we have a plushie. There's another one out there?
they have a Squishmallow.
Oh, I thought there was another one. I know the Squishmallow, which I'm not into, which is,
My goodness.
They
too much
might.
crap.
I haven't looked at that.
I thought
But
there was a text.
yeah, look for my episode this coming Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific.
Wonderful. Well, for us, our stuff was pretty nondescript, just some tech stuff and things. But there's one thing that we were expecting and hoping that it was going to arrive today. It hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah, when is this supposed to come? At 8 o'clock tonight, maybe.
It could be up by 8. Husband's not allowed unattended in Target. You know what? I was telling Sherry I cannot leave Doug unattended in any store. He gets into trouble.
I behave
I don't
when
have
you're
to
like.
worry about. I don't have to worry about my husband in any store. He
Oh, no, we do. We have to worry about the grocery store.
well, the grocery store, yes, but
Oh, yeah,
I mean, if I take him to Target or,
Oh, he'd rather just sit at the front door, wait for you to come out.
Yeah.
So we've been doing some genuine
Lots of
deep cleaning around here.
I was on my
we're
hands and
receiving guests for Friendsgiving and Thanksgiving, so we want to make sure the house is spotless.
The floor is sanitized by ethyl alcohol and vinegar with a little splash of simple green for good measure. So the tile is beyond clean. Well, we have like little bistro table in the kitchen that we eat inside the kitchen and bar stools that are metal. Well, I went to take off, we have felt pads to slide on the tile. Well, when I took them all off, they were all cracked and broken.
Well, no, not the felt. The little
the
plasticky things. These little plastic glides that fit in.
They're called slider glides.
Yeah.
For wrought iron furniture because these are metal.
Yeah.
And it's like a cap that goes into it.
We did a little research and found out you can replace those. I didn't even realize that we needed to replace them, but when we saw them cracked, we thought, let's fix these.
I didn't know that they could be replaced. They pop right off. They're
an
inch and a quarter, and we're getting brand new little glides, and we'll put the felt pads on it so they slightly gingerly go across the tile.
So those should
and it only took 16 years.
16 years to crap out. I mean, it's like
you should
we already know.
I could have told you they were easy to replace.
Yeah.
Well, they were broken on one of them, and I'm like, these things, what are these? And are they replaceable? One thing led to another. So if you look at I should have taken a picture. All of our little table, all our chairs have rubber bands and paper towels on them. So 4 chairs have white little things because we didn't put the felt on it, and I wanted not to scratch the tile. So if you look at our chairs, they have they're paper towels around it and have rubber bands around them.
It looks like the little shoes that dogs wear.
Yeah, it looks like little shoes that little dogs wear, little caps, those little white things.
All right.
It's quite comical.
So
all that's going to get repopped once Amazon delivers them.
Tonight's show's theme is Christmas decorating tips and tricks. Now, we're all about decorating efficiently and quickly. We've done a lot of work over the last several years, and because of that, we've learned a lot about how to do things faster and other things. So we want to share some of those tips with you. First of all, one thing that you want to do, if you want to be as extreme with decorating, make sure you put a calendar or a schedule together.
Set time to do it. Don't say, oh, I might do it this weekend. No, you are going to do it this time. That's it.
We had our whole schedule calendared. Everything was there.
That was it.
So we knew exactly what we were doing.
Plan your meals around that time so it can take time.
Now,
you sound like a father, Doug.
Well, look, if you have as many ornaments...
Yeah, if you want to do what we did, you walk into this house, you'll see why. You could have just, la, 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 I just want to decorate today. No.
Okay, so with 50 trees, it takes a lot of ornaments to decorate all those trees. Oh, we have 4 cats. Our house is clean enough to be healthy and dirty enough to be happy.
Yeah. Yeah, for kids.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
I have a story about a cat with George Clooney that I'll have to share with you guys later.
Okay.
It sounds offensive. Let's keep it clean.
It's hilarious.
Paul is saying four tennis balls for the chairs. That
If
takes
I
me
had
back-
tennis balls, I would have put tennis balls on all the chairs.
All right, Mr. Fredrickson.
I
Yeah,
had
they.
a-
Yeah.
Well,
I
we don't
had
have.
a teacher at one of the schools I worked at. Every year at the beginning of the year, she got tennis balls from her parents to put on all of the chairs in her room.
Oh wow.
Scratching
All right.
the floors.
So anyway.
Oh, it's the sound
So-
driving nuts.
Yeah.
So
Paul's absolutely right. Project management is key. If you have to do 50 trees like what we're doing, even if you're doing just several trees, project management is key. Tote inventory is another deal. You need to know exactly where your ornaments are, and a tote inventory would definitely help that.
Todd from the Christmas Clatter gave us a cool tip a couple weeks ago, and we bought it. We have a QR code scanner, and it keeps inventory of everything. We bought the stickers and the software. So now we're going to have, you scan it, and it shows a picture of everything in it. So we are being QR coded.
Yeah.
Just like a barcode.
Exactly.
Because we need to know.
Now, there's also a go-to box. Now, what do I mean by that? Ben, you showed it before, but
I love this thing.
Here's ours. And you'll notice the North Pole News Dispatch has a sticker there.
We got one here.
We have one here from Let's Go to the Park. We also have Dinners with Donna. Anyway, if you have stickers for your
Hallmark
YouTube
sticker from the Hallmark store.
if you have YouTube stickers for your channel, we would love to put them on the box. So just send them to our mailbox in Martinez. Anyway, this thing is full of everything you need for
Batting gloves,
patching, for fluffing a tree, for lighting a tree, for putting ornament hooks together. Lots of little twist ties, tape, floral wire, all that kinds of stuff.
Extra lights, fuses.
Yeah, everything that you need for quick fixes.
Little
All there.
screwdrivers, wires, wire ties, everything. So this little darling is gold.
Yes.
We gotta put these batting gloves.
Organization is key.
And our trees they have are super pokey.
And like I mentioned, floral wire, Gorilla Tape. You're gonna find
Crazy glue.
Yeah, with fixing.
Oh, that's a different
with
type of
fixing thing. Floral wire and Gorilla Tape will hold everything in place for you, and it will keep things hidden. It'll keep things masked. It'll keep things in place so that you can move on to your next project. You don't have to worry about, oh my goodness, I'm going to trip over that
tape.
I'm not going to trip over that wire, or that piece of garland is going to fall. It's
And we just have access to it. It just goes underneath the
it's a
table.
Christmas jump drawer in a box. Exactly.
Yeah, mobile. Yes, so you could take it anywhere if you need to put it right by a tree. And then we have another container that has all the glues and tapes.
Yes, we're going to get a sticker soon from Let's Celebrate. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Okay. Next thing.
Double wide is Gorilla Tape is the double sticky tape that's rubbery. That stuff is I went through a whole tube of or a whole roll of it.
Yeah.
Does it peel your paint?
No.
No.
No, we have not a problem with
Now, on the wall of the harvest garlands, it kind of did, but I have the little paint. I just kind of patched it. It was just popped right. No, it wasn't the glue. It was the actual rod.
Yeah, it was the rod that caused that.
It just was sticky.
Fluffing and lighting trees. Now, I have a video produced for a short of how to do that. We show it here for other decorating tips, just like we talked about the garlands, where you have a blank canvas and you want to put all of your ornaments in order for putting together. Fluffing and lighting trees. So many experts tell you, you want to start lighting your tree from the bottom and go to the top.
No.
Ben and I wholeheartedly disagree with that theory. Ben, explain why.
Well, when you go from them to the top, let's say you've got maybe enough room left on the top of your tree for about 30 lights and you have a strand of 100. that means you've got 70 extra lights and you don't know what you're going to do with them except maybe stringing them down the center of the tree inside. But who knows how you lit your tree? If you didn't light it efficiently and hit every single branch in and outside the tree, it's going to look really awkward. So
Yeah.
the best thing to do is to start at the top, wind your way around the tree all the way to the bottom. If you have excess lights, you can always go up and around on the inside of the tree or on the exterior. It's just whatever you want to do to use the extra lights. But chances are you won't have that many if you plan it right. And
Right.
we've been planning these for a long time. I just lit a tree this past weekend with Megan at her place, and we were afraid that we were going to run out of lights. So we really had to be very careful of how we distributed things.
Yeah. And with fluffing branches, you one branch, you want to make sure you have tips going both directions, both up and down. So it almost looks like if you were to look at it, it almost looks like an X when you're looking straight down the branch. So definitely fluffing your tree. And then when you do that, you're able to take your lights and weave them in and out. You want to start at the back side of that branch, where it hits that trunk of the tree, and then start weaving up and down over those tips on one side of the branch, come around the front, and then repeat that process on the other side of the branch. That way you've got lights throughout the entire tree. Now I see, let's celebrate. They say we have wall trees. We have 2 wall trees as well. And taking skimpy Walmart trees and standing on the flatten them, that's a good idea.
Yes,
That's a very good idea.
The Dollar Tree store or the $1.25 store, you take 2 cheap, I call them cheap ass trees, and you just smash them together so they're like one half, and kind of into them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pay like, I've seen that and they look really good.
Yeah. And but so yeah, we have a great time with that, and we also have wall trees, and we use battery powered lights for those.
Yeah, they're only LED. We were even talking about putting LED outside, but we ended up saying no. We're an incandescent people. Everything. That's why we switched to circuit breaker is because we're non-LED. We have way too much incandescent. It went click.
James saying, "What about a pre-lit tree?" And Cynthia responded for saying, "No way PTV would do that. No, we don't do pre-lit trees. It's just not.
It's
Well, there are some.
We have some pre-lit trees.
There isn't.
We're talking about the little tabletop one.
Yeah, we have a few tabletop one, and we have a Balsam Hill, which I thought that sucker was going to die years ago.
Hold on. Before you just poo-poo the idea of a pre-lit tree, there are some instances where pre-lit trees are warranted. We have a grove from Hobby Lobby of 3 alpine trees that I use for the Frosty Friends Grove that we do here at my house. Those trees are pre-lit. However, we add lights to help with the look of the tree, because for our take on lights and trees, generally a pre-lit tree doesn't have nearly enough light on it.
Mm-hmm. I have to say, though, the 7-foot tree that I use for Tinkerbell and the 7-foot tree I use for Starbucks, that has a lot of lights.
It does, but we also
but I add green lights.
We enhance the white lights that came with the trees with green lights for both Starbucks and Tinkerbell, because those are the green is the key color for both IPs.
But the tree, if you're buying a pre-lit tree, just because the lights crap out, because they will, after 3 to 4 or even to 5 years, if you're close.
We have cut lights out of trees, out of many trees.
Yeah. Because of that, see, we don't know if we're gonna want it clear or colored or this, or if this tree's not gonna be this tree. We want the option to light it ourselves, so everything is not. I get the pre-lit thing, but I'm going to be all environmental now. People chuck these beautiful trees because the lights crapped out.
Yeah.
And that's very unfortunate for our landfill and all this waste because if people only lit their trees, people won't be disposable buying a tree every 3 years because the lights went out. I'm only bringing that up because I've seen it and it's a big deal. Oh, I got to throw it away because the lights went out. No.
Take some time and get them out.
No, but the trees usually need more lights.
They need more lights. That's our thing.
So I also have...
Hold on. The tree behind me is an unlit tree. There are 1,600 lights on it. And for me, that's enough light for this tree. It's 6.5 feet tall. That's a lot of light. Not everyone would have that much on it. But the result is stunning. You cannot deny that when you look at it, all you see is light and ornaments. You don't even see the tree.
Now, how many lights did you use on Megan's main tree this year?
There were, she had a special round of lights that she purchased 4 years ago during the pandemic. She was afraid of lighting a tree without my help because I help her with her tree every year. But in this case, she bought the pearl lights. They look like little tiny pearl onions, and there's 500 per strand.
But they look like
and it works well. They're LED, but we accented with some incandescent in the center, and the effect is really nice.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you had added lights.
So, Matt, I said, how many trees are colored versus white? Maybe other colors? I honestly don't know. We don't have a count. We don't have a count of that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
But we'd have to do that.
7 white.
But
and the rest are colored or of a color. No, 8.
Yeah.
The Dalmatian tree.
Hide those cords. What do I mean by that? Obviously, you cannot hide the cords that you use for the lights on a tree. I mean, you will see cords, but if you do it right, it looks good. However, cords that you plug into the wall, cords that go across the floor, do your best to hide those. You can do almost anything to hide them. Sometimes we'll even just put little plush animals around the spot just to hide a plug. It's more appealing to look at. In one case, Doug wrapped a box, made it look like a present, put it against the wall. It looks like there's a present on the floor. It's just covering the plug.
No, I can't. We can't deal with cords. I actually hid cords.
Fake snow that you put over things too.
Yeah. You literally you would have to get on your hands and knees. To actually find any evidence of cords anywhere. Like, you would have to really look, bend over, and we hide it. There is not a cord, a faint cord anywhere.
So, nostalgia. That is one thing that I also say. Christmas, for a lot of people, just evokes a lot of memories. Lean into that. Show those ornaments. And Ben, what are you showing there?
These are ornaments that Arnie, Doug, and Sherry created. These are attraction posters. They have Disney animation and Pixar animation posters on 2 trees, but these are the most recent edition of the ornaments in this line. And the front of the ornaments are the attraction posters, and on the back, there's a redone ticket book, and then the date that the attraction opened at the park in California. But these are just Disneyland attraction posters. They've done attraction posters for all Disney parks around the world, but we chose to focus on Disneyland because that's what we know.
And this is something Ben wanted, so.
Yeah, I really wanted these.
It grew from what, like 8 or 16?
Yeah,
and
there's
then
32 there are more coming.
There's going to be it's already 32, there's probably going to be up to 36 attraction posters. The Magic Kingdom, they have a lot what Disneyland had-ish. They don't do attraction posters really now.
Christy said that they threw out their old Hallmark tree that was pre-lit. I cut off the dead lights. The tree is perfect now. We did the same thing. There was a tree that we purchased from the Hallmark store that was going out of business, Amy's Hallmark in beautiful downtown Pleasant Hill. And that tree is now on the porch. It's one of the trees that we have outside. Anyway. Okay, so
that tree's been a couple of different things.
And by the way,
Ben on those Candy Mom.
Yeah. By the way,
she says, I need her address to mail those to her.
Oh, the pearl lights?
No.
The ornament.
Cynthia, let us know what your favorite attractions are at Disneyland. We just, again, we'll talk because some of them are extra made.
Doug wants to sell some that I have here that are extra.
You do have the loot, don't you?
Phil used to work at Disney in the 90s as a paramedic.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I bet, like Cynthia says, I bet he does have stories. So, anyway, nostalgia
for children, I know that for sure.
Anything can be an ornament. It doesn't have to be the typical glass ball or glass bauble from Shiny Bright or a Hallmark ornament.
Keychain.
It can be a keychain. It can be, as long as you can place it on the tree, it's an ornament. And especially if it brings memories to you, even better.
It could be wired in the tree.
Turn it into an ornament because, like, I have my tassel from college graduation that I put into
a clear plastic ball,
a clear plastic ornament to protect it, and it just I was able to put it in such a way that it hangs. It doesn't just flop around inside the ball.
Okay.
There's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead, Bishop. Present that one again.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Cynthia mentioned Pirates of the Caribbean, and it did.
Come on,
it debuted at Disneyland on March 18th, 1967.
I mean, some of the artwork is stunning because, like, I like this one.
Alice in Wonderland.
It's only in one park, and it's only at Disneyland.
Yeah, there's some really great.
There's a lot of attractions that are nowhere else.
And you see Cynthia, she's added keychains and stuffed animals to her trees.
Yeah, you could turn pictures into frames and make it an ornament. A tree is not just
anything.
It shouldn't just be themed in one color and sparsely done and say you're good to go. It should be crammed, chock full of ornaments and tacky.
Okay.
It's all about memories.
Yeah,
That's exactly right.
You could take individual frames and insert pictures of families and actually create a physical Christmas family tree.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
We're running a little late. Let's go ahead and take a quick break here.
Chatty.
Then we'll come back with Craft Time with Sherry. You're watching PTV Live Holiday Edition.
You're gonna make it after all.
Welcome to the heartbeat of Orlando, where style meets the Sunshine State. Express your love for Orlando with our casual line of clothing, celebrating the iconic 407 area code. Feel the vibe. Wear the pride. 407 Original Brand Apparel. Available at theorlandoguy.com.
When the tree needs decking out,
we use the card that carries clout. When my Christmas cash starts running out, I don't panic because I've got clout.
When the Yuletide spirit gets to me, I use my CLOUT, Master Charge.
the number one card in the world.
When you carry Master Charge, you carry clout.
Merry Christmas.
We did an encore of that commercial here in the same show because Richard, the Orlando guy, said, "I really like this commercial." I thought,
well, a lot of people don't
look at it, and I thought, oh yeah, this one needs to be shown twice.
And nobody waits and gets here early, so you missed out. So we want people to see it.
Yeah. All right, Sherry, it is time for crafting Let's see what you're
Okay.
working on. All right.
Oh, he wants to show you one more.
Oh, Mr.
Oh, yeah,
Toad.
Mr. Toad. Yeah, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Okay,
Okay.
the camera
And this was
the
an
line.
opening. This was an opening day attraction, so it opened on July 17th, 1955.
And it's still open at
It's
Disneyland.
still popular, and I pretty much go on. I pretty much go on every single time I'm there.
Yeah.
I pretty much always go on it almost every single time.
Okay, we're going to do something with tassels today. I took a board that I got at Michael's, and I stained it just a wood color. And then I used folk art crackle medium on it and let that dry. And then I put the white, this vintage, they call it vintage white or cottage white, on top of it and let that dry. And it crackled all by itself. So you can see all of the crackles on it. Well, then what I've done is I've made 13 of these tassels. And they don't have the regular part around it like you would find with a tassel, because we're going to turn it into a tree. So what I'm going to do first of all is down here at the bottom, I'm going to glue this twig, and this was from a bunch of twigs that I got at
the parking lot
at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah,
No,
I was like,
they're frosted.
Oh, they're all sparkly. Okay.
Yeah. That's fine. It can stay down there. So I'm just going to glue it in place. That's what fell. I need that.
So Pete's asking, how many of them were e-tickets?
I think
I'm counting.
Ben's counting.
Can you see if we did every single e-ticket?
No, we didn't.
No,
we didn't.
No.
There's no Indiana Jones poster.
Yeah, they didn't really do one in 1995, did they?
No, they did. It's just that by that time the ticket system was gone.
I know, but what I mean by if you go up to before they went to the obligatory.
Okay, let me show you how I made these tassels. I have a piece of cardboard here that's 2 3/4 inches tall and 3 inches wide, just kind of a standard measurement. And then I'm using 2 different yarns. I'm using one that is kind of speckled with a dark green and a sage green.
Yeah.
And then just like a solid sage green. Because I don't like these projects that are just all the same color. They're boring to me. So then what I do is I take a length of one of the yarns and just put it on the top of the cardboard, because that's what you're going to tie it with. And then I just start wrapping, and I wrap it around 20 times. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Okay, while she's counting, I counted my posters and I came up with 10 that I believe were at least deemed e-ticket attractions at one point.
Oh yeah.
1, 2.
I have the Enchanted Tiki Room, the monorail.
Wait a minute, Sherry, what are you doing here?
Just tying.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it, but what I'd like to do with things like this is use what they call a butcher's knot, where you go through the loop once and then bring it through a second time, because what happens is it tends to hold it better when you pull and doesn't move as much as if you just did it once.
But the big question is, why do they call it a butcher's knot?
Because butchers use it when they tie up things, especially when they're tying up their meat.
Like a pork loin.
Yeah, like a pork loin, because it keeps it from sliding. It makes a nice tighter knot. So then I'll just take it off.
Yeah.
Find the top.
Janie, the George Clooney cat story isn't appropriate for our show.
No.
And then hold your finger where that knot is at the top. And then just take your scissors and pull the rest of it and cut it. And then I give them a haircut. I'll take them down between my fingers like this and just clip them so that they're a little bit more even.
So that's why you go 2.5 inch, 2 3/4, so you can whack some off.
Yeah. And
so roughly these are about 2 inches long.
They're about 2.5 inches.
Okay.
I think. Let me see. I've got my ruler here.
I like uniformity.
Yeah, 2.5.
Okay, that makes nice.
And then once you get them on, you can always trim again. Okay, so that's number 14 of this type.
How many do you need?
I need 15. So I'm going to make one more because this one's going to be a traditional tassel. And I'll show you what I mean by that.
Oh, that's an interesting fact, Richard. I want to know which ones I do not have in the form of posters.
If he knows, he should be. I want the list.
Yeah.
Ben, do you have the mule pack train as an e-ticket?
Oh, let me check.
No, that was not on there.
That wasn't the mule pack was an e-ticket attraction.
Yes.
Do we have that as a poster though?
No, we did the Rainbow Cavern one. I know that.
Yeah, that's not the mule pack.
We need to go look at the sign in the bathroom.
The Jungle Cruise was an e-ticket at one point.
Yes,
it was.
We should have almost all of them. I mean, we really
That
do.
makes 11.
Monorail is one of them. Skyway.
Was the Skyway an e-ticket or was it a D ticket?
I thought it was a D.
I think it was a D.
I thought it was a D too. That's what I remember.
So this is the last tassel that you have to make, Sherry?
This is the last tassel that I have to make.
You got Dollhouse and Space Mountain and Haunted.
And I did
Thunder, Tiki.
Total of 15.
Yeah, so I have Jungle Cruise, the Tiki Room, the Monorail, It's a Small World, the Subs, Space Mountain, Big Thunder, Haunted Mansion, Carousel of Progress, Pirates of the Caribbean, and the Matterhorn.
See, that was always the hard part when we were little.
Trying to choose which tickets you wanted.
Yeah. And then we ended up with like the A tickets left, and I would get so upset because we had to leave the park without using all our tickets.
There's 23 e-ticket attractions during the ticket book era that stretched from 55 then. Where is he getting this? I mean, I know I probably have all that in all the zillion books, but still.
You can probably just do a simple Google search and find the list. And you know what? Let me try and do that.
I'm kind of curious to see what they are. Because the e-ticket didn't officially come until 1959. And the very first e-ticket there was two of them. It was the Monorail and Matterhorn.
Okay, a traditional tassel now. I did that first part, and then you just take another piece of yarn and about 1/2 inch down from the top, you fold it in place so that you've got like a traditional tassel.
Cool.
And you only want this because you want it to look finished. And then I just kind of pull on some of it just to make sure that it's all nice and even. And smooth on the top because you can see it kind of comes out a little lumpy and and sticking out. And
Yeah, a little wopsy. They have zits.
yeah.
So you created a tassel head.
But it's looking great.
Yeah, I did create a tassel head. I just need to find out where this one is coming from.
Oh, we don't have the Country Bear Jamboree. That was one poster that would have been deemed an e-ticket.
Yes.
The Rainbow Caverns Pack Mules and the Rainbow Caverns Mine Train were both e-ticket attractions.
They were.
The Rocket to the Moon. I've got that poster here. That is considered an e-ticket.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
America Sings. America Sings was an e-ticket.
But they didn't make a poster for it. There was some cheesy artwork that was cool, but it was not poster worthy.
But it says here that the Carousel of Progress was not listed on that, so I have to take that one out.
Okay, so here we are with the one that is a traditional tassel. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is start building my tree. And as you can see, I already have the trunk there. So then what I'm going to do is take one of these tassels.
Noises.
Put
No,
some
Janie,
glue on it.
Dumbo and Casey Jr. were not.
Just put some glue on it. And then this one is going to go right on top of...
Yeah, right on top of the trunk.
Right on top of the trunk. And then what I'm going to do is... I should have gotten my bigger glue gun, but oh well.
So where you put
across the bottom, just tuck them up right next to each other.
Oh, got it. Okay, I see how you're putting the glue on.
Oh, so you're globbing it on and you're sticking it to them.
Oh, when Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln first opened, it was considered an e-ticket attraction.
Really?
That's according to the OC Register.
Okay.
The Disneyland Railroad was originally an e-ticket attraction.
Well, it was actually a separate ticket. It was because it was run by the Disneyland in Santa Fe, and the Santa Fe Railroad had a specific way of doing it, and it was literally a Santa Fe train. There's a whole book on it. It is beyond fascinating how.
So you have 15 of these tassels, Sherry?
Yes.
So you
So
do a row
5 on the bottom.
5 on the bottom, and then the next row would be what, 4?
4.
And then you work up like a pyramid.
Uh-huh.
Okay. This is pretty straightforward.
And you don't have to, you don't have to use a board like this. You can use almost anything. You could, you could use a frame, whatever you want works just as well.
Oh, that's interesting.
All right, now
So
how
4, 3, 2, and 1?
how much do you overlay on top?
Well, it kind of depends on the look you want, but for me, I'm just going to kind of overlay it like that, I think.
Oh, so you're literally putting it just right above it.
Yeah.
You're not moving it up so it basically barely. You want the layered look.
It looks like she's building a Muppet.
When I was fooling around with it, I was thinking of Cousin It.
I also thought about the French fry guys from McDonald Land.
Yep.
Jeannie, that's amazing because next Christmas will be next year's Disneyland's 70th anniversary. So I'm sure there's going to be some amazing 70th anniversary stuff next Christmas.
I hope so.
I mean, who knows how to really do events and anniversaries? Disneyland loves them some birthdays. I mean, 70 years.
Just like
70 years.
Just like I mentioned for Christmas trees, you want to lean into nostalgia. Disneyland always leans into nostalgia for everything.
They do. Will we do a 70th tree?
That might be a small tree in back with the anniversary tree. Yeah, that may be it.
I just thought of that. It's the 60th anniversary of Charlie Brown Christmas.
Or we may augment the grove in the living room so that
I love
we
that
have
idea.
a few of the trees are Disneyland specific. So like the ornaments on one tree would be for Main Street, another would be for Adventureland, another would be for Fantasyland.
We have enough ornaments to do all those people. It's going to be fun. We'll have to plan. We're already planning for next year.
They have their 70th in July.
July will be actual physical
And then the
birthday.
following February, I turned 70.
Yeah.
Depends on how long they love them. Some anniversaries going like a year and a half.
Okay, so now we're going to do
3.
The row with 3.
Wow.
Globbing on the glue.
Sure, this is looking really good.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's why the glue gun is on that side and not over by me.
No, it's on that side because I'm left-handed.
That too.
I'm going to drink some water.
Now, according to the Orange County Register, surprisingly enough, the Mark Twain Riverboat, the Columbia, and the rafts to Tom Sawyer Island were all considered e-tickets at one point.
Oh,
okay. We're going to look at our books. I mean, not that I don't believe in the interwebs. I want to make sure.
Well, I would think that the Orange County Register would probably be a good source for that information. But they did an article about 15 e-ticket attractions that still exist. So
sorry, guys.
They don't list everything because there are some e-ticket attractions that are no longer at the parks. But this article was updated in August of 2019.
Sherry, Cynthia is saying that you're making a beard that Duck Dynasty guys would love.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. She may need more glue sticks.
Maybe for Christmas, Matt. I do need to think about stocking stuffers. Any crafting supplies would be a good gift for you, wouldn't it?
Probably.
Of course, we'd have to figure out which one she doesn't have.
Yeah, that's hard.
Oh, thank you, Gene. That's a really good point. Today is the birthday.
Yes, today is a good friend of ours.
Yeah, because they had the same birthday as Mom.
No. They had the same birthday as Mom's anniversary. Mom's birthday was on the 19th.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mom would have been 94 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Whew.
Okay, so now I'm going to get ready to put this last one on, which is the one that's traditional.
Oh, the traditional tassel. Got it.
One that's tied off?
Yeah, the one that's tied off is going to go there. And that's so that I can use... And I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do for a tree topper yet, guys.
I don't know. That looks like a head.
Shag carpet. That's what it reminds me of. It looks like bathroom throw rugs or shag carpet. It's so 70s.
What we're going to be doing.
I love it.
We're not done with it, though.
Oh, you're going to bedazzle it?
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. It looked like the throw rug that I just was shaking it.
We're going to take some of these in different colors.
And just throw them on the tassels?
And just put a little bit of glue on them so that they actually do stay.
Aren't they sticky?
They are, but they lose their sticky. And then I'm just going to start putting them in different places. So, what colors should I use? I've got
blue.
Green, I've got blue. I've got clear. I've got iridescent.
Just grab
you know
you
what?
can.
Do a whole. You should have done all this clear So make it look sparkly. Because you have a white.
I
This
can do
should
that.
all... Yeah, this should be all done in clear.
Okay, I can do
It's
that.
not shag carpet because it's not orange. I'll put the
That's
burnt
true.
orange shag carpet.
No, it's also lime green. This could be shag carpet.
Okay, so I've got 3 different sizes, so I'm going to
I remember this estate sale we went to. This whole down basement was bright red and orange shag carpet. It was wood paneling.
Oh, that one in Martinez.
Yes, oh god, that was so good. It was so good.
I loved it.
Conversation pit.
Then it was the one that also had a brick wall area that reminded me of Rob and Laura Petrie's house from New Rochelle.
This house was a time capsule. It just, everything smelled dusty and musty. At least it didn't smell like animal urine, because that's usually sometimes these houses do smell like cat pee and dog pee.
It could have also smelled like cigarette smoke.
It did.
Oh, it did. It had that really strong stench of Marlboro Lights or...
No, not Marlboro Lights, just Marlboros.
Oh, Winston's and, you know...
Where'd you go?
What were some of the popular ones? Lucky Strikes?
Yeah.
Marlboro.
Yeah, whatever was very popular probably in the 60s and 70s.
Chesterfields.
No, this was in the 60s and 70s. It didn't smell like weed, but, you know, it did smell of tobacco.
Wow. You could really go to town on this.
And like I said, I've got 3 different sizes, so I'm kind of...
And now it's looking even more like a fancy...
Merry Christmas from the 70s. I love it.
Yeah.
How high does it get?
What?
How much do you have at the top of this board? Is covered? Is this whole thing basically covered the board? So you're going to put like
a topper on it.
Yeah, what do you use for a topper?
You know, I'm not sure. I've been playing with the idea of
a big star or a big bow.
Yeah, and the bow, I'm thinking of maybe trying something like the bows that I did last week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember those bows. I liked that.
We're not going to use letters and say Merry Christmas on the top?
I could. What do you guys think?
Well,
I don't know if it needs it.
I think that whatever it is, when you're finished with it, we should post the picture on Instagram. on our social media, because we're on Instagram, Facebook, and we're on Threads. We're also on Blue Sky. We just joined Blue Sky.
Yeah, Blue Sky is a Twitter alternative.
Okay, I've not heard of Blue Sky.
Oh, it's exploding.
A lot of social media.
No, nothing more than
she had a Twitter account and she hadn't posted on it in 4 years.
Well, yeah, wasn't a big Twitter person.
I knew it. I was going to say, this needs to light up.
This tree needs fairy lights.
Richard's all about the fairy lights. And he's not wrong. Look really cute with a lot of lights.
Well, we probably could still add some, but I'm not going to do that. Let's see. I can see where I need one for here. Where else do I need one? For right now, I think that's
enough for now.
I think it's enough.
Yeah, I think it's enough.
And then, you know, I could put just a big bow on the top of it.
Not too big, but just a bow.
Yeah.
Oh, and that place, remember that gigantic bowl that had all of those matches?
Oh, yeah, the house.
giant salad bowl full of matches.
Yeah, this house that we went into that smelled of tobacco, and they had a baby grand piano.
Yes.
In the family room. And on the piano was a big bowl of matchbooks.
Yes.
From all over.
There was one from like American Airlines, the vintagey one. I mean, I don't need to collect any of it, but some of them were like amazing.
The artwork on a lot of those was really cool, Doug.
Yeah, it really was.
If they had a Disneyland hotel or a Disneyland one, I would get it.
I have one.
Yes, he does.
We have one. We have something.
So, Sherry, what does the bow look like that you put on?
Well, I'm just doing a simple bow in this gold yarn, and then what I'm going to do is take one of those to tie it together. I'll take one of these crystals.
And then you have a little bit of room on the header up at the top of the thing, so you could balance it out with something like, what, Merry Christmas, or...
I could. Do I want to put it on the tree itself?
I'd say above the tree, Sherry. So
No, let's see. Let me see above the tree.
Put it just above there.
No, it looks like it's floating. It looks gratuitous.
So if I put it there...
I would put it on the head like that, yeah.
Yeah.
No, put it down. Let's see it on the neck.
No, on the head.
Actually, I kind of like it on the neck.
I like it on the head better.
Because it looks like it's because of the bow created the top.
Yeah. No,
it needs
I'm
to go on the neck. It needs to do it. You need to see the nub at the top.
Yeah, I agree with Doug.
All right.
Yes, okay. It looks like the bow tied it all together and then they're fanned out.
So then you're, what, dog-ear the ribbons?
I actually just did them at a slant.
Yes, we're going to show how we're going to do it.
Christy's asking, will Doug and Arnie film the construction of the Charlie Brown tree lot for next year? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
We will show the whole process. Everything will be documented.
We're going to have pink trees, skinny trees. We're going to probably put even more trees that light up. Different shapes, sizes, because we wanted to turn it into a little miniature micro tree lot.
If I could get really techie with it too, if someone walked by, I'd have a sound generator trigger the sound of the pine needles falling off Charlie Brown's tree.
I want to get the searchlights that rotate, but really small. So it just is in our porch and they move around. They shoot
and
up.
I do have some words that say Merry Christmas. I think I'm going to paint them in gold and then put them at the top.
Yeah, it needs
when it's all done, Sherry, take a picture. We'll post it on our social media.
That looks beautiful.
If you're not following us on social media, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter. Sorry, not Twitter. No more. Facebook, on Instagram,
Twitter,
Threads, and Blue Sky.
Okay. Present Ben's screen and we can show you what it looks like.
Wow.
That looks cool.
That's a full tree.
It's very fat.
Well, I wanted it that way.
Yeah.
Now, you did how many roll-ups to make the tassels? You did 20?
20.
If you didn't want them so...
If you didn't want them so full, you can do 10 to 15. It all depends on what you're wanting.
Yeah, because I mean, I do like where if it was.
But at any rate, that was.
I like it.
Yeah. Ben yawns. Ben needs to take a shower to go to bed. So I don't want to hear. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
No?
All right. So.
It's just been a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has.
It's been a long day.
It has been a very physical week.
Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate it. It's always great to have you with us. My goodness, I cannot believe it. In the moment of groovy tonight, you're going to see various things where we went to Trader Joe's. You'll see some of the new stuff, some of the new items. Of course, you'll also see us putting the final trees together of the forest. So you'll definitely see that. You're not going to want to miss that.
Oh yeah. Yesterday we were like, okay, I can't believe we're doing more trees.
Can
But
I
it was
believe
fun. I didn't
50
even know.
50 trees.
I'm like, ooh, I
Well-
like this little mini one. Oh, put it on there.
Yeah, I want to know what the theme of the master bedroom or the master bath tree is.
It's actually just a master bath tree. It has all sorts of little
It's miniature tree.
little miniature trees, there's little characters, little
some of the other miniatures.
Okay.
well, little critters and things like that. It's really
It's
cute.
the critters, it's a catch-all, some of the stuff we like, but we literally took, there's so many miniature ornaments on those two that
Yeah.
because I was walking around, oh, what's the theme gonna be? And it just needs not lots of little miniatures.
Okay.
So
of stuff we like.
I will
bathroom.
I will keep you informed, everyone, as to when we reschedule the interview with Nick Humphreys. You're not going to want to miss that. Director of many Christmas films, including some on Hallmark in past years. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll be back next Monday night for another episode of PTV Live Holiday Edition here on Pepper Tree Villa. I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug.
I'm Ben.
I'm Sherry.
You've been watching PTV Live Holiday Edition. Everyone, stick around for the Moment of Groovy. You're not going to want to miss it. Have a magical evening. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Everyone, time for your Moment of Groovy. Good night.
Ciao.
Good night.
PTV Live Holiday Edition has been brought to you by our patrons. Kristin Kohs at the Sanctuary in Pleasant Hill, California. Gene G. Jr. Christi Turner. On the Porch with Todd and Ken. Matt and Tyler. Bay Area Doors. Chili Willy's Smokehouse Barbecue. Let's Celebrate TV. And The Orlando Guy.